We're asked to fit a logistic regression equation to this data set. So I just Googled fit logistic equation calculator. And Desmos is usually the easiest one. Let's see if I can copy and paste the data directly. I'm going to highlight. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Okay, let's try again. Let's try closing that. There we go. I was able to copy and paste the data. But look, when I copied and pasted it onto one of these new cells, it came up as x sub 2. So I think if we just change that to be x sub 1 and y sub 1, then those formulas above will work. There we go. It fit the logistic regression equation. So the question is asking you to type in the equation for this one, and then round any decimal values 3 decimal places. So this is our correct answer down here, because A, according to the equation, is 18.417 when you round to the 3rd decimal place. And then it's always 1 plus B, and B in this case is 7.546 when you round to 3 decimal places. And then the exponent coefficient is negative 0.684. That's what the t value is up here. Okay, so for these questions, it's just getting you to use technology, really just to make us aware that if something is modeled by a logistic regression, if it's logistic, if it's, it grows until it reaches like maybe a maximum food supply and levels off, we can model that just like we would model a straight line relationship. The equation is just a little bit more complicated. So this problem, it's a different topic. Let me see. Yeah, I just wanted to do one for building. If you need to use a logistic regression equation, then you're just plugging a value into the equation, then simplifying. This is a build one, so I'll do this one real quick. I'm going to copy the data again, so I'm Control-C'ing on my clipboard. Get rid of that old data set, and then I click an empty cell and hit Control-V, or Apple V if you're on an Apple product. Let's change this to be x sub 1 and y sub 1. And there we go. It's fit a logistic regression equation. So the top number is 18.41. Oh, it says in the nearest tenth. So 18.4 is my top number. B is 7.5, and C is negative 0.7. Oh, wait, and it said, what's the prediction at 4.5? So we got to use those rounded values to help us make the prediction. So I'm plugging in 4.5 in for x. I'm going to multiply that by negative 0.7 because they told me to round to the nearest. Oh, they said 3 decimal places up here. Final answer is nearest tenth. So 3 decimal places. I'm going to multiply by 0.684 because rounded to the 3rd decimal place is negative 0.684. So let's put our negative sign in there. Okay, so I plugged in my x. Now this number needs to be raised to the power of e. So on my keyboard, I'm going to get my e value, raise that to the power of negative 3.078. And so that's what the e to the power of all that stuff is. Now we need to multiply it by b, which is 7.546 when we round to the 3rd decimal place. Add that to the 1, and we're done with the denominator. And the numerator is 18.417 when we round to the 3rd decimal place. So divide that by what we got for the denominator. We got 13.7 when I round to the 10th place. So that's why that's the correct answer. So just for this student, it looks like they had the right idea. Maybe just rounding was the issue. When you do these problems, look, they said to the 3 decimal places. So I used 3 decimal places with the regression equation, but in my final answer, I rounded to the nearest tenth.